The reason for that was the only format Canvas would allow me to do this, okay? So even though it says quiz, it's not like a quiz, okay? But you can take it more than once. So if you complete it and you didn't get all of the answers correct, like when you say take the quiz, you can take it as many times as you want. All right? So the questions you need to answer, they're already here. And they match to those exact questions in the review for the lab.
So how many points does it reflect towards the grade?
Now, point-wise, labs are set up to be 50 points. But percentage-wise, 1 point. So as you are working on the lab in class, if you're working with your lab partner and you want to come through and just go ahead and answer these, you can. And if you hit submit, and let's say one of them didn't grade correctly, and you go back and you go, oh man, I should have put that answer in. The kicker is, remember all your answers, okay? Because it does start over. It does start over the second attempt. It wouldn't let me just create it where you could go back in and do that one question. Okay, Canvas kind of restricted us on that. So just remember your other questions and come back in and just click all the little buttons again. Don't ever complete a quiz more than twice. If you complete it, and let's say question 5 didn't grade correctly, and you go back and you put in the answer it said to put in, and it still didn't grade, that's an issue on my side. Okay, that's an issue on either with Canvas or with something that I keyed in. Okay, so let me know. You can email me, let me know in class, say, Dr. Burnett, I was working on the lab, no matter what I did, question 5 wouldn't go in right. I can go in and hopefully fix that. Okay, so don't do it like 7 or 8 times, just maybe twice. Okay, any questions about the lab homework? Huh? All right.
You said earlier, but like, I'm a paper repair person. So can I just do mine in my lab book?
Yes, you can do that in your lab book, and then you can just come collect the answers.
Okay. So I still got it.
Yeah, but I'm like you. I still want to do that, and then it makes it easy because technically you don't even really have to read the question. You just have to go in and click the things.
I was like, the same.
Exactly.
My question with not having the laptops on lecture, will we ever need the book?
No.
Okay.
No. If you take the study guide that I've posted, and if you go through and kind of put those spaces where you can write, a big recommendation I can give you, bring that with you in class. Because chances are we're going to address that question in class. Another thing that I have available for you, under those modules, I think it's going to make me submit. It's probably going to tell me I don't have any answers done. Unanswered questions? Yeah, okay. I'll be one. I'd have to do it twice. So under the modules, you'll see that I have the PowerPoint slides. Okay? Feel free to, some people actually, I see them like print off the whole great big huge. No, I would put as many of them on page as I could, or however it is. And I try to keep the PowerPoints as minimal in number as possible. Because, you know, sometimes you might see a PowerPoint that a professor's put up that's 100 slides. Okay? No, I have tried to keep every PowerPoint presentation at less than 40, if possible. Okay? Because really, we just have certain things we've got to learn for that part. Now, something that is not showing, but it will show after today, I'll show you on mine because I haven't made it available yet. YouTube links. How many of you have noticed the camera? Hopefully, yeah. Okay. I record my lectures, I put them up on YouTube, and I give you the links. So that way, if you have any questions or you want to listen to something else, you can just simply click on the links in YouTube.
So that's helpful if you have to miss a class too.
And it's helpful if you have to miss a class. Yeah, so I record them and put them up. Yeah, so if you go to my YouTube channel, you're probably going to see lectures all the way back to 2016 is when I think I started doing this. Yeah, so you'll see how I may have gotten older. You know, I'm older. Had a little boy at church Sunday go, you know, you older people can't do that. What? I couldn't help but laugh. So yeah, older, you'll see that progression. So the PowerPoints, once again, just under this module. And hopefully I have everything available for you. Now my question to you, is there anything that you may have an expectation of me about? What expectations do you have from me as your professor?
I mean, I don't have any expectations, but that was a really good question, and you seem really helpful, and like you're going a little joke here and there to keep me interested. So like, you're giving me everything I need. So like, I feel like my girls on me, like that you really like, yeah, like I like it.
Well, thank you for owning that, because I try really hard to provide everything possible, because it is a difficult topic. It's not an easy topic by any stretch of the imagination. So I feel like, because I took those classes where professors, they would stand up and they would deliver that content. Come test time, you would get those questions and be like, where was this? And you go back and it was like, I don't know, in an index or something, you know? So I've had those classes. I don't like that, okay? I want you to be prepared, definitely for what you're going into. You're going to have people's lives in your hands. And one day that might be mine. You know, I may be the one on the stretcher. Y'all are standing over. Y'all see it's me, but y'all may go, ooh, no, let her stay till the next, you know, let the next session or the next the group get her.
So, if we have any questions or, you know, anything that we need to communicate with you through the email, so how long do you respond to it?
I do my best to respond within 24 hours. Over the weekend, like I said, I have just a tiny bit of a life, not much. Okay, just a tiny. So it might be that I look at it on Saturday but not Sunday, or look at it on Sunday and not Saturday. Okay, so I do my best to answer them as quickly as possible.
So it says in here that you don't do makeup tests. I see that I am missing the first test. Can I take it before it? I'm not going to be here that day. Can I take it?
Well, now, okay, if we go back under test, hopefully it's in here. Hope I got it right.
It says no makeup. It's on it.
Under test completion, okay, note, if a test and only the test is missed, okay, make sure that you contact me. See how it tells you to contact me within a certain amount of time? And since you're knowing ahead of time, yes. Now, once again, that final decision is up to me, okay? But the chances are, unless, I have had students just tell me, I didn't want to take it. That's not an excusable excuse, okay? But if you have something like you know you're already not going to be here that day, yes, I will work with you. Okay, so that's hopefully how that reads. Is that how that reads? Okay, definitely, definitely. So all you got to do is just talk to me before and we'll set it up.
Okay.
Okay?
I also saw that the test started the second portion of class at 10:30.
Yes.
What happens at the beginning? Is it a
Okay,
review?
that's a good question. Hope everybody heard that. I do have the test starting at that 10:30 time frame. Let me explain why. It used to be that we could let some tests be completed at home, online. We were told before the session started, can't do that anymore. All the tests now have to be completed in class if we're teaching an in-class class. The reason for the 10:30 time frame, I tried to determine, would it be better to test you directly at 9 o'clock and then start lecturing again at 10:30, okay? Or let you take the test at 10:30. When you're done, you get to leave, all right? And at the 9 o'clock time frame, even though we might have some lecturing going on, okay, if you have a question or something that comes to your mind, you can bring it up. Okay, and the reason for that, like I said, we got an entire week of lecture taken away from us, going to the 15-week time frame, and unfortunately, we've got to give a lot of information in. So I couldn't let a whole day go without something happening. And it could be during that 9 o'clock time frame, we do a lab so that you're not focused on new material. Okay, and then if you've still got a question, you can still ask me.
Gotcha.
Before the test at 10:30. And then once we start the test at 10:30, like I said, you'll already will have had your essay question. You'll hopefully have that completed. We'll have brought it with you. And then the only thing you've got to do at that 10:30 time frame is answer those little 50 or 60 questions.
So that example right there, the lab review homework, is that essentially exactly what the manual exercises are?
So when you look at those questions at the end of that lab, it's the exact same thing. Pictures and everything. Okay.
Do we have labs every class period?
I wouldn't say every day, but we will probably at least do it either on a Tuesday or a Thursday. So in other words, we'll need to complete them at one of those days.
So if we don't do a lab, will you just lecture for all 3?
I'm afraid so.
Okay.
Yeah, I will have to like talk to y'all for the whole 3 hours. I know it'll be torture. I'm sorry, but we'll try to work through it. Definitely. Okay. So any other expectations of me?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're supposed to go till 10:20, but because the second part, we're going to kind of talk about that lab thing and sign the lab agreement, and then I want us to talk about this plasma membrane because that is something that I really want us to understand before we actually start chapter 13. So why don't we go ahead and take our break now. And let's plan to come back at 10:25. Okay, it gives us a little over 10 minutes, but that's okay. I think we can handle that. Let's plan to come back at 10:25 and finish up for the day. Okay.